Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is still Minecraft, but this right here is not just regular Minecraft, it is Brickcraft, a resource pack turning Minecraft into even more of a Swedish game than it already appears to be. With built-in shader support, it can look absolutely stunning, like you're seeing right now. So I do what I normally do when something piques my interest. I track down the creator, in this case Alex Testra, a self-taught 3D artist and game designer, and proposed an interview. Sadly though, this time I did have to wait for a reason I best let Alex explain.
Hello everyone, I'm Alex Testra. I'm making Minecraft resource packs like Brickcraft, and I'm a previous map maker and now I'm a resource pack maker. I'm planning to become a game dev now on my own, and I recently, or 2 years ago, I got diagnosed with cancer, and now I've overcome that disease.
Yeah, you can see why I didn't just barge into his room and bother him with my antics. But we'll talk more with Alex in just a little bit. But before we do that, let's dive straight into what Brickcraft is and why you should give it a go. And I'm also going to ask that you hit that little subscribe button if you want more interview-like videos and in-depth looks into the many projects that make Minecraft a wonderful foundation for creativity. But without further ado, let me explain exactly what Brickcraft is. If you are unfamiliar, resource packs are a more powerful version of the old texture pack system. In Java 1.6.1, Mojang made the decision to replace the old texture pack system, which only allowed you to replace textures of mobs, blocks, items, and the GUI, with a much more capable resource pack system, which allowed you to swap out models, music, sounds, languages, as well as what the texture pack system could already do, allowing artists even more control over what their packs could do. And it's not a secret that resource pack can help make Minecraft feel like a whole new game again and make it feel fresh. But today's example is not a traditional pack by any means, from the way it's made to the way it interacts into the game. But first, I had to ask, what inspired you to start the Brickcraft resource pack project?
Well, my first project, Control, didn't got a lot of attention. I've worked on it for a year or so, or 1.5 years. Basically, Control in Minecraft was a big project to replicate the game Control by Remedy Entertainment one-to-one in Minecraft, and we got actually pretty far with this. But like I said, there wasn't that much attention for the project. Basically, the reason why is people actually didn't recognize it being Minecraft. When I searched for an alternative, I stumbled upon a Lego resource pack, and I looked at it and I didn't quite like it, to be honest. And I saw a lot of things with the previous experience of making Control. I knew how to make 3D models in Minecraft, and I saw a great opportunity to make Lego bricks in Minecraft way much better.
It's kind of funny how people can sometimes forget something is Minecraft the second it has too much details in it. It kind of shows that this game is so lovable in the first place because it's so simple. But moving on, Alex released his first version of Brickcraft on October the 4th of 2021, mid-lockdown. If anybody remembers that, you know, when you were locked inside your house. After getting permission from humorless Hank to use his generic Swedish brick mob texture project in Brickcraft. It came out swinging almost immediately, with updates progressing fast, causing some in the community to take notice, with YouTubers making videos as they always do, and even articles talking about the fledgling resource pack. However, there's one thing that makes this pack somewhat controversial almost from the get-go. It's not entirely free. While yes, the base version or demo is free to download straight from the website or from Patreon, Brickcraft itself, with more updated features, costs you €4 a month. And if you want the full experience, it can rack up to €10 a month. Nothing that will break the bank, but a tad unheard of in the Minecraft space, which is so built on the free and open source system. So I asked Alex why this is the case, and his explanation did make a lot of sense to me.
Yes, there are a few reasons actually why. The reason everyone who makes a resource pack is gonna tell you is it costs money to make a resource pack. You spend a lot of time in it. Actually, making Brickcraft is almost like a full-time job. So I could spend 40 hours a week working on it. It's extremely difficult making the resource pack, and there's not much free time else in your life to, well, earn money other ways. So if you want to earn some money and you have to pay for your rent or your expenses, then you got to charge for a resource pack that work expensive. If you spend so much work into something, you have to charge for it. That's the first reason, but actually not the real reason for me why I do it. The real reason is, because of my illness that I got, there are some expenses, of course, attached. In Germany, healthcare is free, so I'm not paying for healthcare. That's all covered. But still, there are some minor stuff that we have to pay. Some medication, like vitamins and stuff, that isn't covered by, like all of the stuff that isn't covered by universal healthcare in Germany. So I'm fully covering that with the income I earn with Brickcraft. My patrons truly kept my back in a time of me being in this difficult time, and I'm really honored that people are spending money on that.
Let's get to that first point real quick. It takes a lot of time to make one of these resource packs, and I think all I need to show you is some of these textures. Let's just take a standard dirt block from Minecraft and compare it to Brickcraft's counterpart. Do you see something out of the ordinary? No? Come a little closer. No, closer. Closer. Ah, kids, don't push that camera so close to my face. Are you insane? This is why we have that basement, kids. Remember the basement? Oh, wait, we're still on there. Anyways, did you spot the difference? That's right, Brickcraft's models are voxel-based. In other words, instead of having a cube you stretch a PNG around to create its texture, the brick dirt model is actually 3D rendered. And if that sounds like it would be actually insane to you, it is. But let the madman himself explain just how difficult it was to make this possible. How hard is it retexturing Minecraft to the point where it looks like the specific Danish toy?
Actually, Brickcraft is one of the only, one of very, very few resource packs out there which almost only use 3D. So there aren't too many 2D elements in the resource pack, actually. I mean, besides the PBR stuff for reflections and all that stuff. Making 3D in Minecraft is extremely difficult, like the learning process and what you have to look out for. And you can't model anything. There are a lot of restrictions which aren't in common 3D modeling. I think that's the reason why 3D resource packs are so scarce. And also they do quite lag a lot, which is the main issue with Brickcraft, that not everyone can play because it is polygon intensive and your CPU has to work hard.
Minecraft right now doesn't really have any support to add 3D models as texture replacements. I mean, you could do it in a data pack if I'm correct, and if I am, there will be a message confirming that on the screen right now. But to do it inside a resource pack is something else. Honestly, I was ready to declare this man insane, but then he told me about how he made his textures.
I don't use stuff like Photoshop or any of that. I use paint.net because it opens within a second. I have the image in front of me and all the functions I need are in paint.net, perfectly well executed.
That is, my teacher would kill you.
A fun fact, I'm also using PowerPoint to design some of my graphics for Brickcraft.
Alright, get out.
It's so much easier to make them in PowerPoint
Get out.
to do it in Illustrator or Photoshop.
Get out. What the fuck? That is the most unorthodox thing I have heard so far.
You don't want to know how much I work with PowerPoint. Like I'm an extreme expert by now.
He designs his art in paint.net. Now that's perfectly fine, but when I went to graphics school, they scolded me for it. But in case you missed the second part there, he uses PowerPoint to design stuff in. Now obviously I was a little bit curious, so I asked him to show me how he did it, and oh my god, he wasn't kidding. Look at this. Look at this. Why does this work? It shouldn't. This feels wrong. This feels like sorcery. Oh, hold on. I need to make a call. Yes, hello, is this the police? Yeah, I would like to report a German madman in my Discord who is using PowerPoint. Hello? Hello? They hung up on me. Anyways, sadly, we do have to get serious for a moment. And there is another reason I wanted to do this interview with Alex, if I'm being honest. Because at the time I found out about the project, Alex was in the hospital and was diagnosed with terminal cancer. With an update a few months later that he likely wouldn't make it out of the next few weeks unless they did some last resort surgery and removed 7 organs from his body. Of course, I did have to ask about that. Well, I do gotta ask because that's what initially made me want to interview you, the cancer, the disease. How has that impacted? Well, obviously it has impacted your life significantly. How has it, well, affected Brickcraft and kind of your passion projects / legacy, having to deal with the disease and also having to develop this resource pack?
To be honest, Brickcraft saved me while in my disease. So there were months I couldn't work for half a year straight, and I still got a decently solid income the whole time in my treatments while I couldn't work, just because there are so many kind people out there who support me on Patreon. That's the first thing. And there were no updates in that time, of course. So all these people just donated money every month, continuously sent me support messages and asked me how I'm doing and all that stuff, like caring for me, without me being able to give anything back. So Brickcraft was the best decision of my entire life, for sure, 100%. I couldn't have wished for anything better while I'm sick. And it's an easy job to do in hospital bed too. You have to think about it. I spend a lot of time in hospitals, and all you can do there is basically lay all the time in your bed. And at least you can, I bought a laptop right from the start when I got cancer, and then I could work in hospital as well. So I didn't get quite that bored.
I do gotta say, I commend the down-to-earthness you have with the whole situation. Like, the first time I talked to you as well, like, you seemed very down-to-earth about the situation and just was like, I know I have it, I just want to continue working.
Yeah, Brickcraft is really, really my passion. Like, making games in general, it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And about the disease, I never asked myself why me or why now. Cancer is just a Wahrscheinlichkeit.
Oh, my German is not that bad, not good. Yeah, translator time. I know what you mean, but I can't translate
it's
it.
It's a probability thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cancer is just a probability thing. You are just so likely to get it or not get it. Like, I think every second male in their lives are getting cancer, and every third woman. So it's really not an uncommon thing. And you always hear about the numbers. There are 30,000-ish young people who get cancer a year in Germany or stuff like that. All these statistics, but you never think it's gonna hit you. But if I think about it, there is a rule in my life which always applied, and for others as well. In your school time, there's always one person who gets cancer. Always. In your entire school life, there will be one person with cancer, and that stayed true for me and every of my friends. I pretty much accepted right at the start that I now have cancer. I'm gonna fight it. If I survive, great. If I don't survive, I'm extremely happy with my life, how it has been.
That last line are words someone who has the balls to look death in the eye and go, "Come at me, bro," would say. And it's true. Cancer is sadly in everybody's life, and we often forget that people are fighting this disease every day. We all lost someone to cancer, one way or another, and Alex's battle is hopefully now over. But while his scars will forever remain visible, I think it speaks to his character that he's able to remain so calm and down to earth about it. So I think it's fitting that we make this video a little fundraiser for cancer, so we can help people like Alex and get them the care they need. But with that out of the way, let's move on to Brickcraft and wrap this video up. As Alex stated, Brickcraft is his passion project, and essentially the project that changed his life for the better, allowing him to pay his expensive medicine bills, not covered by the German healthcare system, and you can see that he puts passion into his work even though he uses fucking PowerPoint to design the stuff in. It does look gorgeous at the end of the day, and safe to say that I'm using this resource pack for the foreseeable future. Though I must warn you that this pack does eat on your performance due to the amount of rendering it needs to do. But Alex did assure me that they are working on culling the amount of polygons in the pack to make sure that it runs on lower end systems. But with that being said, is Brickcraft worth a go? Yes, it's absolutely worth a go. And you can download the free version on Modarinth or on his own side, linked below. But if I were you, and you had the capacity, throw the man some coins his way, and tell him I sent you. But for now, I was Lunar, you were very awesome, and get back into the basement, Giz, you stepped over the line.